Chattanooga, Tennessee lies in the heart of the Tennessee Valley and receives an approximated 51 inches of rain per year. This amount of rainwater causes flooding on the UT Chattanooga campus, eroding the soil and, over time, the concrete. This forms pools of stagnant and polluted water in the middle of parking lots and fields that may pose a danger to the community and ruins the overall beauty of the campus. To aid in mitigating this issue, a green infrastructure model that is sustainable, effective, and appealing must be implemented. Based on site conditions around the engineering building, we identified four main areas on which to concentrate our efforts. Areas 1 and 2 are heavily trafficked parking lots that become highly inundated during long bouts of rain. For these two areas, we hope to replace the existing pavement with permeable asphalt and pavers where applicable. These additions will not only reduce the amount of runoff left in the lots, but will trap pollutants within the pavement itself. Area 3 is a potential outdoor lab to be used for either academic or recreational purposes. This redesign will provide much needed green space to an otherwise gray area, allowing students a small spot to relax or study between classes. The final area of this design plan is a pond located at the very bottom of the system. Currently, this location simply collects the runoff from the last three areas, resulting in a swamp-like pond that only serves as a breeding ground for insects and an eyesore for students and staff. Our plan calls for this swamp to be transformed into a retention basin that will retain and redistribute the water to be used for other purposes such as subjects of study or watering plants on campus. A sensor system meant to control the day-to-day functions of the basin will allow for constant and real-time monitoring of how local weather affects the campus, as well as providing an opportunity for students to study the many stages of water quality. To ensure that our plan meets guidelines set by both the university and the city of Chattanooga, we've consulted university officials on its feasibility.
So you get this kind of healing garden feature with natural site elements that capture the water, that drink the water, and just make it a more beautiful place to be. And yeah, I'd love to see more things like that around our buildings on campus. And the more natural we can make it, I think the better. For one, I think it looks great. It can look really good, and natural looks great.
Through the use of surveys and interviews, we've determined the community opinion of our fellow classmates and university staff.
I think for the most part, it would benefit campus a lot, and a lot of students would use the spaces and they'd be happy with it. They would definitely appreciate if they weren't waiting in puddles every time it rained to get across campus. I definitely think having an outdoor classroom, like you said, would benefit more than just biology or engineering classes.
Due to constant construction and lack of proper anti-flooding measures, the people of Chattanooga are no strangers to serious flooding. To properly protect against runoff, the concept of the retention basin can be applied on multiple levels, from backyard garden to large lakes, and people tend to enjoy living in a city that have more green than gray infrastructure.